What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free Major League Baseball home run prop show for Sunday, May 21st, 2023. And just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up, it helps us out a ton. And we will get into the home run prop action for Sunday. We did have a great day on Saturday with the home run props again. Really hitting our stride in these home run props. Hopefully we can keep it going to close out the weekend. I want to remind everybody, these plays are meant to be very high risk, high reward. Not plays that you dump your whole bankroll into. Just plays that, you dump you dump a couple bucks on, some pizza or some coffee money on to have some side action. Add a little bit of spice to the game. Maybe if you're watching it, you want to bet on a prop in game, then that's the main goal of these things. But the main goal is to also make sure that we hit as many as possible, and we do our best to hit them. But if you are looking for the games that I'm the most confident in, the ones I love the most, you can head over to Pickdawgz.com, click the premium picks tab at the top of the page. We'll make sure that you get sorted there. But we'll do a recap of the plays that we did hit on Saturday. We started things off with Anthony Rizzo. Fortunately, I didn't have a price for him, but if you were watching the show, you heard how much I liked him. I just said if you can find a price on him, hop on it. And if those of you who did, hey, kudos, great job. You got into it, took into extra innings, but hey, doesn't matter how you got there as long as you did. Now we also managed to hit Salvador Perez at plus 340. I don't think he wasted any time. He got on the board for us and managed to come through. Also hit one with Cedric Mullins. This was a nice plus money winner at plus 600 off of Alek Manoah. And Christopher Morel was able to keep his power run going for the Chicago Cubs. He hit one at plus 510. The run of Ezekiel Duran kept going as well at plus 510. That was a nice one as well. And had a couple extra ones. We had Nolan Gorman at plus 400. He went yard in that game against the Dodgers. He's been on an absolute tear. And also capped it off with Shohei Ohtani in the nightcap at plus 310. Like I said, it was just a fantastic day yesterday. 7 winners in total. And said hopefully be able to keep it going once again. But like I said, the main idea here is to, A, provide you guys with some home run prop winners, and B, show you guys what these betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Plays can do. They do all the heavy lifting for you. They find you player props. They show you how often they hit. They show you what book has the best possible price. And if you don't have an account with that sports book, it's giving you the best possible price. You click on that on the price itself on the web page at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Plays. Takes you there, helps you sign up, gets you a free sportsbook bonus so you can play that best number. And it also gives you another sportsbook in your back pocket, which is the one advantage that the books can't take away from you, is your ability to shop lines and find the best possible price, the best possible number. I could go on and on talking about how great the betting tools are at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Plays, with the streaks and trends tool, profitable trends, profitable teams, parlay builders. But I think it's honestly best if you guys go over to Pickdawgz and SportsChatPlays.com, check out those tools for yourself, and I can promise you use them as a tool to help with your research, or even if you just use them to do the work for you, they're going to make you a lot of money. I can assure you that. But without further ado, we will get into the home run prop action for Sunday. And we're starting things off with another familiar face, at least for me, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at plus 390. He's owned Baltimore's Dean Kramer over the course of his career. He's hitting 375 with 4 home runs and also has a 15.4% barrel rate this season. Now, Dean Kramer on the Orioles, he hasn't given up a ton of barrels this year, but he's allowed an 11.3 barrel rate. And in his career, Kramer, he's allowed at least 1 home run in every one of his starts against the Blue Jays, totaling 9 for his career, the most against any one opponents in his career. And like I said, Guerrero Jr. responsible for 4 of those. So give me a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. here at plus 390. I also like Danny Jansen. He homered on Saturday. He's hitting really, really well right now. 320 with a pair of homers in the last week. And in his career against Dean Kramer, he's 2 for 3, and both hits have gone for home runs. But he did play yesterday. I'm seeing potentially Alejandro Kirk as the starter for the Blue Jays behind the plate. So I think if you can find a price on Danny Jansen, we're sprinkling something on. I think the worst case scenario is it gets avoided, or he's always dangerous in a pinch hit role as well. So I'd roll Danny Jansen for some plus money there as well. Also going to look at Paul Goldschmidt at plus 450. And normally I don't go out of my way to back homers against Clayton Kershaw. Goldschmidt, he's got a strong past against Kershaw, hitting 3 home runs. And Goldschmidt hitting 360 with a homer against lefties in the month of May. So I'm going to take a shot with Paul Goldschmidt at plus 450. Also going to go with Nolan Arenado at plus 400. Still red hot, and he also has a strong track record himself against Kershaw. In his career, Arenado hitting .313 with 5 home runs against the Dodgers lefty. Also has 5 homers and a .321 batting average over the last week. Got to roll with Nolan Arenado here at plus 400. Also going to stick with the Cardinals and go with Nolan Gorman once again. Still leading the Cardinals with a 16.5% barrel rate. Normally, Gorman doesn't get a ton of action against lefties, but he's been red hot as well. How could he not go here? Hitting .440 with 3 home runs in the last week overall. So give me Nolan Gorman at plus 550. Also going to look at a couple of Dodgers here. Going to go back to the well with Mookie Betts, hitting really well with a pair of home runs and a .269 batting average over the last week. He also has a career home run off of Jack Flaherty, who finally went a start without allowing a home run last time out, but he's still given up a ton of barrels this season. A 10.9% barrel rate. I think Mookie Betts could take him deep here, so I'm going to roll with Mookie Betts to hit a home run at plus 475. Also going to look at Freddie Freeman to hit a home run here. Basically the same reasoning as Mookie Betts, but Freeman has a .375 batting average in his career against Flaherty with a home run. So give me Freddie Freeman here at plus 600. Now, just want to remind everybody, drop your picks in the comment section below. Also, let me know, do you like what I have? Do you like my angles on some of these games? Do you not like them? Like I said, drop your picks in there as well, because I'll tell you, some days when I'm stuck or when I'm looking for extra action, maybe there's a play that I missed that you guys dropped in there. I sometimes play it, and that's, it benefits all of us, because you guys have been putting out some absolute fire home run props in the comment section of these past home run prop shows. But I implore everyone, if you're going to do that, please put them in there before before the games actually start. If they're not in there before the games start, they don't help anybody. And we're trying to beat the books as a team, as a unit. None of this thank me later stuff. It's not a competition. It's one team, one goal, and our goal is to crush the books every single day. And we're going to hopefully do that on Sunday. Like I said, with my plays and your guys' help as well. So make sure you drop those player props in the comment section below. But we'll get back into the prop action for Sunday, and we're going to roll with again another familiar face if you've been watching these home run prop shows. We're going to roll with Salvador Perez to hit one here at plus 330. Going back to Perez, maybe the last time before I have to shelf him for a little bit. But Lance Lynn, a great matchup for Perez. He's gone 304 with a pair of home runs in his career against Lance Lynn. Lynn's also allowed 6 home runs in his last 4 starts against the Royals. I do like other guys like, Bobby Witt Jr., Edward Olivares, maybe even Nick Pratto, but the history stands out for me for the most with Perez here. So I'm going to roll with Salvador Perez at plus 330. Also going to look at the Yankees, familiar faces as well. Going to go with Aaron Judge, plus 200. Not going to lie, I'm surprised we got anything in the 200 range. With Aaron Judge, thought this would be closer to plus 150. Now, this is probably going to be either a parlay piece or sort of a bankroll builder home run prop. But Judge, this is a great matchup, I think, for the Yankees as a whole. The Yankees' second lowest strikeout rate against right-handed pitching in the month of May. Now, Aaron Judge, he is so hot right now, you can't ignore it. I mean, he's hitting .391 with 7 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last week. Also has a team-high 29.1% barrel rate this season. Hunter Green for the Reds, solid pitcher. I like Hunter Green. He's going to be a cornerstone of that franchise. But he's heavily reliant on strikeouts, and he has a 10.1% barrel rate this season. Like I said, the Yankees are not striking out against right-handed pitchers. That could be a problem for Hunter Green here. So I'm going to roll with Aaron Judge at plus 200. Also going to roll with Anthony Rizzo at plus 375. Went yard for us yesterday, and I think we get a lot of the similar production that we do from Rizzo and Judge, but we get Rizzo at a much better price. He's homered in back-to-back days. I think we could get a third straight here as Great American Ballpark continues to benefit the Yankees. Am I saying Anthony Rizzo is Aaron Judge? No, but I'm saying Anthony Rizzo almost feels like Aaron Judge light, just with the potential that he has to hit a home run. So I'm going to roll with Anthony Rizzo here at Great American at plus 375. Also going to look at Christopher Morel at plus 540. You know, we went yard with Morel on Saturday. He came through for us, going up against Taijuan Walker, who's given up an 8.9% barrel rate this season. And Morel got a 25% barrel rate at the plate this year, has home runs in 3 straight in 5 of his last 6 games, and he has 3 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last week. Going to go with Christopher Morel here at plus 540. Also honorable mention to Seiya Suzuki. He's hitting righties well over the last week as well, but just couldn't get there with Suzuki. Maybe just a lean on Suzuki at best. I'm also going to roll with a couple of standalone plays here. Going to go with Lane Thomas to hit a home run here at plus 600. He's got a pair of home runs and a .417 batting average against left-handed pitching over the last week. Has 4 home runs in his past 20 at-bats against left-handed pitching. And it's not a good sign for Detroit's Joey Wentz here. I think Wentz is going to have some issues. So I'm going to roll with Lane Thomas at plus 600. Also going to go with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at plus 650. You know, Gurriel Jr. hitting .343 with 6 home runs against right-handed pitching in the month of May. And a pair of home runs in the last week. Roansy Contreras for the Pirates here. He's allowing an 8.9% barrel rate this season. He's allowed 4 home runs in his last 3 starts. So I'm going to roll with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at plus 650. Now, before we continue and carry on even further, I just want to remind everybody sort of where I stand on a very important metric on these home run prop shows. It's a term you hear me mention a lot on here, and that term is barrel rate. And barrel rate basically sort of an all-in-one metric or an analytic that basically combines all the things that go into hitting a home run and a hard hit ball into the outfield. Launch angle, exit velocity, and when you get into that sweet spot of where you have the highest amount of exit velocity, the perfect launch angle, it creates more of a barrel. And what are barrels? Well, like I said, it's that perfect combination, and the ball is classified as that. And why is barrel rate important? Well, 45% of balls that were classified as barrels in 2022 went for home runs, and that was the lowest percentage of barrels to home runs that we had seen in a decade. And normally we're talking about 50 to 60% of barrels going for home runs. And if you're talking about giving me a 50 to 60% probability edge on a plus money prop that's going off anywhere from plus 200 up to plus whatever, 1,000, plus 1,100, I'm going to take it any day of the week, as well as, in conjunction with these betting tools and telling you how often the player props hit as well. I think it's just, a great formula for finding success in these home run props. And that's not just for the batters as well. It goes for the pitchers and how many barrels they're giving up on the mound as well. So definitely a metric that you want to use if you're doing your own research for betting home run props. But we'll get into our last few home run props of the day here, and we're starting things off. I guess we're going to go back with the Tampa Bay Rays here. I'm going to go with Jose Siri to hit a home run at plus 700. Now, I'm a Freddie Peralta guy, but Peralta struggled away from home this season, an ERA over 7, and he's allowed a home run in each of his 3 road starts. Tampa's been crushing righties all year long, but over the past week, Siri has been one of the hottest, hitting .294 with a pair of home runs against right-handed pitching. So I'm going to roll with Jose Siri at plus 700. Also going to go with Isaac Paredes at plus 650. Same story as Siri, really. Paredes hitting righties well last week. Hitting .308 with a pair of dingers against right-handed pitching. So give me Isaac Paredes to hit one at plus 650. Also going to switch up to this matchup between the Astros and the A's, and I'm going to go with Yordan Alvarez at plus 245. Is it the greatest price? No, but I think he's drooling for this matchup. James Caprillion making his way back into Oakland's rotation based on necessity, I think, at best. Caprillion has a 10-plus ERA this season. He's allowed a home run in each of his 4 big league starts this year. And Yordan Alvarez hitting .369 with 3 home runs in the month of May against right-handed pitching. I can see him going yard here, so I'm going to go with Yordan Alvarez at plus 245. I honestly think you could go with any Astro and potentially make a case for cashing here. Guys like Jeremy Pena, Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman, all on the table for me. Also going to go with Adolis Garcia from the Rangers and Rockies matchup. He's hitting righties really well in the month of May, going for 5 home runs with a .244 batting average and hitting .318 with 5 home runs in the last week overall. Connor Siebold, not giving up a ton of barrels, but he's been getting rocked in recent starts, and Garcia has been hot at the plate. So I'm going to roll with Adolis Garcia at plus 340. Also going to look at Ezekiel Duran at plus 550. We want to talk about hot. Duran hitting 261 in May with 3 home runs against right-handed pitching, but he has a 348 batting average with a pair of home runs in the last week. So I'm going to roll with Ezekiel Duran at plus 550. And last couple, we're going to look at a couple of standalone plays. First one, Jorge Soler at plus 330. Soler been crushing left-handed pitching, hitting 385 with 3 home runs against left-handed pitching in the month of May. Still leads the Marlins in barrel rate at 19.1%. Alex Wood starts for the Giants here. He's pitched well, but he's still allowing an 8.5% barrel rate this season. This matchup just too good for me to pass on. I'm going to take Jorge Soler at plus 330. And I'm going to close things out with a bit of a long shot here. It's his home run prop debut, home run prop show debut here. So we're going to go with Casey Schmidt of the San Francisco Giants. He's tearing it up so far, hitting 600, 9 for 15, with a pair of home runs against left-handed pitching in the month of May. Jesus Luzardo, a solid pitcher, but he's good for at least 1 home run a game. He's allowed 1 in 4 of his last 5 starts. He's allowing an 11% barrel rate as well this season. So we're going to take a shot at Casey Schmidt at plus 850 to round things out. We'll do a quick recap of the home run props that we gave out for Sunday's action. We started things off with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at plus 390. Also mentioned I like Danny Jansen in that game. If you can find a price on him at worst, you get a push. I think he's because I think it looks like Alejandro Kirk is going to start today, but still I think Guerrero Jr. Danny Jansen at least worth a shot here. Also going to look at Paul Goldschmidt at plus 450 for the Cardinals. Nolan Arenado for the Cardinals as well at plus 400. And sticking with the Cards, Nolan Gorman at plus 550. Going to switch dugouts and look at Mookie Betts at plus 475. Also going to go with Freddie Freeman of the Dodgers at plus 600. Salvador Perez of the Royals at plus 330. Aaron Judge of the Yankees at plus 200. Also of the Yankees, Anthony Rizzo at plus 375. Christopher Morel of the Cubs at plus 540. Lane Thomas of the Washington Nationals at plus 600. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at plus 650 of the Diamondbacks. Of the Tampa Bay Rays, Jose Siri at plus 700. And Isaac Paredes at plus 650. Also going to roll Yordan Alvarez of the Houston Astros plus 245. Like I said, I think you could honestly go with any Astro and make a case in cashing in that game there. Love the matchup against James Caprillion. For the Texas Rangers, we went with Adolis Garcia at plus 340 and Ezekiel Duran at plus 550. And then a couple of standalone plays to round it out. Jorge Soler at plus 330 and Casey Schmidt of the Giants at plus 850. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys love and support Pickdawgz. Almost at 130,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Smash that thumbs up and it helps us out a bunch. And again, if you're looking for my best bets, the ones I like the most, you can find those at pickdawgz.com. Click at the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. While you're at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place, check out these player props and these betting tools. I promise you, you will not regret it. They are some of the best betting tools in the business, and they're 100% free. You're not going to find betting tools as extensive as this anywhere, especially for free. So definitely make sure that you check them out. They're only going to help you. They're only going to put money in your pocket. And remember to have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when our newest content drops here at Pickdawgz. That includes this home run prop show. You can see we're trying to get this out only a couple hours before the first game of the day at 11:35 Eastern, especially on Sundays. These are when you want to have notifications turned on, especially if you're looking for this home run prop show, because like I said, the action goes early. We try to get it in as early as possible. Sometimes we have to wait for some information. But if you have those notifications on, you get the content as soon as it drops, and we can get you the best price. We can get you those plays in as well. So definitely make sure notifications are turned on. But thanks for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's crush the books on Sunday. Finish the week strong.